the D1 DLC Beercast. Brad, Nat, Ben, I was going to do a new little intro thing then, and
What were you going to do?
I chickened out. I was going to be like the D1 DLC Beercast, an hour of gaming and geekery over a couple of pints at the pub.
Oh,
it's a pity you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Next time?
Look, I'll try for episode 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to for episode 4. How are you guys? Good?
Yeah, good. Hot.
Good, sleepy. But
Oh.
yeah,
Sleepy?
good.
Yeah,
sleepy.
because you haven't slept for a while?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder why that could be. I have no
We'll get to
idea.
that. We'll get to
Hey,
that.
let's do a little bit of housekeeping just before we get into it. No Jake tonight because apparently having a newborn is demanding. Whatever. I've got a dog. I'm fine.
Is it newborn though? It's a couple of years old now, isn't he?
The dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still a dog.
Terrible too.
Have you seen the size of that thing? Well, and he's a dog. What is he? 4 years old. So dog years is 7. Oh no, he's like my age now.
Yeah.
He probably should be able to look after himself. To be fair. And we've decided that we've had a brief chat. We've been alluding to it for a while, but Nat's going to be a permanent crew. You're going to join us full time.
Yes.
So that's more dookie stuff.
Yeah,
I still haven't
sorry.
played that. Hey, I was kind
Oh,
It's pretty
that's
good.
okay. You'll survive.
If
It's
you can get past the first long part where it's not a lot happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I wonder
really
if it's a Steam game, isn't it?
Yeah, free to play.
Yeah, I might Steam it and then play it offline because I've got a couple of flight trips coming up, so maybe I can.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a really good idea.
Yeah.
Good.
If you've got some peanuts and can make the first bit of the game go quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe get someone else to the first bit. Anyway, and joined as always, anchoring the end, Benjamin.
Head on.
Yep, freshly off of conquering yet more civilizations, no doubt.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, not to jump ahead, but I'm
two games
sure
so far.
we're going to hear all about it.
Yeah.
4 hours.
Well, how long have we got tonight?
We're at the pub. Where are we, Ben?
We are at Harry's Bar.
Yep.
Harry's on Grenfell.com.au. Upstairs in the Tattersalls room. Heritage listed, I believe.
Yes, apparently. Ask Jake. I don't know about the heritage stuff. I just know it's a nice bar.
It looks
Yeah.
it looks pretty cool, and I would imagine that it is, if he says it is.
Yeah.
It is. It is my 4th visit this week.
Oh.
Sorry, in the last 7 days, not this week
Well,
being Tuesday.
Lunch and dinner. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been spending a bit of time. It's good. Anyway, let's talk about video games.
Yeah.
Tell me
sure.
about that amazing game you two just played
Wait.
on the laptop.
Oh.
Right. Yes. So
See the way I made it sound like I wanted to know about what you had been doing?
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to talk about what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Did you
That's
see
fine.
how that?
So
It's an interactive text-based game.
it is.
Yeah.
Um,
It's superhero themed.
Well, not
Yes.
just superheroes, also like Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
as
Rings,
well.
that's true. So
Star Wars?
Star Wars. Yeah. So it's
It's multi-franchise focus.
So Brad's been trying his hand at some coding.
Yeah.
I started with coding, so I made my first game. It is the most basic fucking thing you'll ever play in your life.
Yeah. And it requires you to know how to spell, so I was immediately
Yeah.
bad at it.
Yeah, so I might actually I will actually drop a link in the description to it, so if people want to check it out. It's part of a Udemy course that I'm doing, and you can check it out. Don't get excited, folks. This is, it's the best thing you'll ever play, but...
I'm going to add it to my completed games list for this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I think one of the best things about it is there's no QuickTime events.
That's true. There's
That's
not.
true.
So, I mean, it's definitely going to be up there on probably the top 50% of games I'll play this year.
And I think it's really good. It's not like challenging on mechanical skill,
No,
but it
you're
does
right.
challenge your mental capabilities. which is
Again,
good.
why I'm bad at it.
And again, that was all part of what I was thinking about
Yeah,
when I was
yeah.
designing it. I wasn't just copying the coding from the
From the course,
guy on the
yeah.
course. No, not at all. And obviously, it's got the big facts at the end. It will educate some people, Ben, that are confused. I would say.
I would have said it's more of a great discussion starter
Nah,
about how wrong
there's-
you are.
there's
but-
not. I'm not wrong. I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right.
Okay.
Congratulations, anyway. It's
Anyway, it was
it's a good
nice. It is,
start.
it is. It's a silly little thing that I made, but at 38 years of age, this is something I wanted to do 20 years ago. So it's it's a start. That puts me about a quarter of the way through the course I'm doing. So the next game, now in a couple of different minds, but so we get to choose a bit of our own theme for the next game that we make, which is actually it's going to be a mobile game.
Yep.
And it's got like real mechanics. It's like a real game, not a text-based adventure game. And we get to choose our own theme. So what I'm thinking about at the moment is it's either going to be about like a boat trying to survive the stormy waves to bring the beer to the Beercast crew,
Oh, yes.
Right,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
or it's going to be a sperm trying to get to an ovary.
Like the body jar film clip.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
I want to see that.
I'm really in two minds about
Yeah.
where to go. So, shout out, you want to like get us beer or get us pregnant? Anyway, what are you guys been up to? We're going to get to you because I know once you start, then it's gonna go.
I think
for a
that
while.
might take all of beer too.
Yeah.
No.
Come on, you're going to burst. You're not going to want to talk about anything else until you've
No, that's
got
right.
it out
No,
of your system.
you go. What have you been up to?
Mostly playing Monster Hunter.
Oh,
So Monster Hunter World on PS4.
Yep.
So much fun. Like, I never expected I would have gotten drawn into it so much. It really grabs me on the multiplayer side of things. So I'm like texting all my friends, "When are you going to be online? Let's all get online." We all get online on the headsets and are slaying monsters and T-Rexes and saving the world as you do in these games.
You playing it on PS4 or on Xbox?
PS4.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't actually have an Xbox One. I'm still a little bit burned by all the rubbish when they released the console in the first place.
Yeah, I personally have gone the PS4 route and the Nintendo route and ignored the Xbox myself. But I know you've got an Xbox.
Yeah, I was the same. So the last generation, the 360 versus the 3, I'm a junkie. I always have every console.
Yep.
Yeah, it always happens. I have every console.
Yep.
But the last generation, I definitely preferred the 360. But I was the same as you, Nat, when the big announcements with E3 and always online, and we've got something that
You've
you
got to
can
have
play.
the Connect.
Yeah, exactly. All that bullshit. I was I'm not. You want to? I'm getting better as I age at voting with my wallet than I used to be. And then I got on the Xbox bandwagon when the Slim came out.
Yep.
And I think Xbox has done some good stuff by then. Now I think Xbox is providing by far the best service nowadays.
Yeah, well, the pass that you've
The
spoken
Game
about
Pass.
before.
Oh,
yeah.
I cannot wait. And I'm trying to hold on for Sea of Thieves to come out, but I'm sorry, Sea of Thieves devs, I'm not going to buy that game now. I am going to get an Xbox Pass for $11 a month, and I'm going to play that, and I'm going to play Crackdown and the next Gears of War, and going to replay Bioshock Infinite and all these amazing games. That's incredible. That between that and so with the Games Pass, if it's a game that's a Play Anywhere game, so games that you guys know about the Play Anywhere.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it.
Yeah, so if you buy, not if you buy a disc, but if you buy a Play Anywhere game on a digital code, then you can play it across Xbox and PC.
Ah,
Not just that, your saves go across Xbox and PC. So it's just
that's so good.
it's like Netflix, but with video games. Like they
Yeah.
play anywhere, they remember where you're up to. That's amazing.
Yes.
So any game that is eligible for that, which is mostly Microsoft exclusives, but not only, but mostly, is also eligible for that, which means I can play all those things.
Do you think that is a worthwhile thing to get, like the Microsoft subscription thing, for someone like myself who only has the PC? Is it worthwhile there?
Yeah, I reckon it's close. You really have to. I think you'd really have to see what games you're going to get for that. But when they've come out and said that all of their exclusives will be day one on that.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a lock-in contract. So say Sea of Thieves comes out, you've heard a bit about it. Not sure if this is for me or not.
Yeah.
It's $11 for a month.
Yeah.
$11. Like, so try it, download it, play it for a month. Loved it. Keep your sub going.
Yeah.
I mean, and let's face it, it's $100 to go. $100 to go and buy the game. You're gonna have to play it for 10 months to pay the same amount as if you bought it. So if you play it for 3 months, cancel your sub, you're still $70 up.
Yeah, and it's not
Very
like
good.
you only get the game for a month. It's as long as your subscription keeps going. I think it's a great idea. I mean, I have been on the Humble Bundle monthly subscription.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously
That's great value
it's a
too.
bit of a different system that they've got there, but what is it, $12 US a month, and you get just a random assortment of games, but then they're yours forever.
Your Steam Pile of Shame is going to get out of control.
Yeah, but it does give you access to a bunch of games that, some games that I missed that I really wanted to get to.
And I feel like that you've summed up there. Like you get a lot of it's always got like a AAA game, like one that's really worth it.
Yep.
And then they've got what I feel like is a whole lot of those mid-tier games, like games you've heard of, games you were interested in that you maybe didn't quite pick up, and that's what really interests me about it. Those mid-tier games that you never quite get around to.
Yeah.
But
And they're great little time fillers as well. So to I guess give a bit of spoiler as to where this conversation is going in a minute. I got to the point last week where I didn't want to really start anything big because I knew that Civ was launching on Thursday night, Friday. Mm-hmm. So I wanted something that was going to tide me over for a couple of days.
Yep.
And I didn't actually have anything at the time, so I pretty much spent time playing Heroes of the Storm, which, it's a good game, but I was, treading water sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas a couple of little indie games, just to tide you over that you can get through in a couple of hours, would have been perfect for me, and so something that would have been amazing.
I don't understand this time filling thing.
Well, it's
I don't have enough time to play when I've got no. But I know what you mean.
And particularly they're the sort of thing I don't want to start something that I'm gonna get really invested in, that I'm gonna be devastated if I put aside and never get back to.
Yeah. No,
And that's sometimes the worst thing. There's so many shiny things that it feels like, and that's a good thing with to go back to the Game Pass. There's something good about that. There's almost like if you've got a subscription to it, to the whole catalogue, there's almost not that pressure to finish something before you, because it's always there. You can go back to it. It's not like you have to drop this now to go and play that. And
I don't know. The hoarder in me doesn't like it because I don't get to keep it.
Because you don't get to keep it.
Yeah.
Don't get to have the dust on the shelf.
Well, I'm getting over the physical copy thing, but it's still just the idea of paying for digital content but not having it. Like, especially for the game that I finish, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the whole DRM thing is what worries me. Like, because Steam will go under one day.
Yeah.
Like, everything goes under. Like, everything collapses eventually. Now, hopefully that will be long after I'm dead, because that's every game I own now.
Yeah.
Except some console stuff that I still have.
For as long as Gaben is alive, Steam will prevail.
It's not the fittest bloke in the world, mate. Him and George R.R. Martin, they're...
What I'm expecting is that we'll end up at a point where if he ever does sadly pass away, they'll put him on a golden throne and feed him 1,000 psychers every day to keep him alive, so that we can
Excellent.
Continue
the Valve religion.
That is reference of the show. Well done. To cycle back, because I feel like we really derailed what you were talking about.
That's all right. That was my fault.
To Monster World, because the only thing I was going to mention, I'm super keen to play this game. I'm really interested, but I'm done with multiplayer on console because I'm not paying extra to be able to play online. You can stick that right up your eye. And PlayStation actually sent me a thing like, "Where have you been? We've missed you," like in a survey thing. So I filled out the survey and I made it very clear that I would probably pay $10 a month if I just got the free games. But you expecting me to pay to play online means I am not interested in shit.
It was really interesting because they gave you 2 free days with it. So I used the 2 free days and it was over the weekend and I was like, damn it, I really want to play this more now. So I went online and I Googled everywhere, like, what is the justification for paying for online on consoles? And there is none. Like, PS4 haven't even ever spoken about it ever.
Yeah.
Microsoft gave like a cursory answer once, and with this Nintendo coming out with their online stuff soon as well, they've said a few things, but it's not good. So I've got 3 months, and we'll see. I'll probably get 3 months out of it, and then tell them to shut it.
Make sure you download all the free games. And I don't know when you started it, but what you have to do if you ever do like a 3-month thing, make sure you do it midway through the month, because that way you get all the free games for the first month
and
the
the
last
next
month
one.
and the 2 in between. So you get 4 months worth.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But you can't once you delete them. Like if you delete them off a hard drive, you
Then
can't.
they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. So,
Yeah.
but,
So, yeah, Monster Hunter's amazing.
Yeah, so tell us more about Monster Hunter. So tell me specifically, I understand the gist of the game, I think, which is that for no particular reason, you have to go and kill monsters.
Yes.
Hunt
It's a hunt.
monsters.
Sometimes you have to capture
In
them.
the world.
Or cull them, which is killing.
Either way, you're fighting big monsters.
Yeah.
And the monsters, from what I've seen, are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And random as fuck.
Yes,
Right.
I feel like not quite as bad as Persona with its crazy wackadoo stuff, but there was one that looked like, what Pokemon am I thinking of? The cat-looking one with the fuzzy collar, Mew? Is it Mew? Somebody watching this is going to know and going to get angry with me. Anyway,
no idea.
there's some weird one. There was one that looked like a rock with spikes coming out of it, and it would roll around like Sonic the Hedgehog. Like it's good. There's lots of different challenges.
Basically, it is still an Asian game, so there's a bit of crazy.
Yeah, like
Are they randomly generated monsters?
No. So there's a storyline, and as you go through the storyline, you defeat the different monsters as you go.
Right.
So they're all very specific about what ones are where, and
Right.
they're in different areas of the map. But that monster will always be in that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I assume it's level gated or something, so that the areas are such that you're not going to run across a level 100 when you're level 5 or whatever the
So
equivalent is.
that's saying in the first couple of missions you run up against this giant T-Rex mother trucker thing that's huge and scary, and if you piss it off you will die straight away.
Yeah.
So you do like have to not make mistakes as well. There is a fair amount of vertical progression in the game, which I don't know, when I'm playing with some of my friends who play a lot more than me, I do feel a little bit like I'm getting left behind.
I have seen one of the things that people suggest on Twitter is to make multiple characters. And so this is the one I play with this group, this is the one I play with this group, and this is the one I play by myself.
But again,
Type
this
thing.
is the limitation of console to PC. Most PC games you'll have like as many saves as you want. There's only 3 saves.
Yeah.
So,
I don't, people who don't have PCs, I don't know how they live. I just don't know. Like, how do you live, man? I often see, sorry, off track
alright.
completely, but there's a couple of people I follow on Twitter who they're good people to follow. Like, I enjoy interacting with them, except and they don't interact with each other. These are just 2 different examples, but one of these people is like a mad Xbox person.
Yep.
And then, I followed like this dude who's a PlayStation dude. And it's such an amazing difference between the two, because the PlayStation dude's like, this is awesome, that's awesome. Geez, I wish we had that from Xbox. I wish we could get this stuff from PlayStation. But I'm a Sony boy, yeah? Fair enough. You limit yourself. And look, some people can only afford to have one device or whatever. It's a huge purchase. I know it sounds horrible, doesn't it? Dystopian.
It's not dedicated enough.
But the Xbox person is like constantly, haha, fuck you, Sony, and this is so shit, and this is why Xbox is so better, blah, blah. I'm like, I was going to say almost like sports people who get really angry at each other, but like European sports people, like soccer fans, like not like Australian people, not like it's a bit of good fun, like a bit of army or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I will kill you if you touch my Xbox controller, you filthy Nintendo Switch pig. I'm like, dude, wow.
Yeah, no, I don't see that in
don't.
my circles where we have
because
people on
you're all
consoles.
console peasants. So
I'm sorry, who's having to wait until August for Monster Hunter? I'm sorry.
so I'm too busy playing Civilization.
And
EVE Online and World of Warcraft.
That's interesting, because I at least in the 360 days, I always saw the stereotypical Xbox player being like the stoner frat boy.
Well,
It's funny. That's how I do tend to see them. I feel like the PlayStation is a more adult console. Like it's the kind of
I wouldn't go that far.
It's the kind of console that like 28 pluses own, whereas the Xbox, it feels like uni students have. Like maybe that's because I was a uni student when I got a the Xbox, and
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I was a uni student when I had an Xbox, like original Xbox, and I haven't owned an Xbox since then. So maybe.
I don't see it. 360 is still to this day is my favourite console.
Yeah.
It was absolutely cracking, and the Xbox One's better than the PlayStation 4. For sure.
PS2 best console ever.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 was very good. Was very good.
We need to have this discussion another time.
Yeah, that's a whole episode. Yeah. We need to come through with like a big list, and we'll sort them.
Compare. Yes.
I love my favourite thing in the videos I've seen of Monster Hunter is the sword and the shield.
Yes.
So there's, I don't know if you've seen this, Ben, but there's literally so I believe like the combat mechanics change completely based on the weapon you've got.
So you've got 12 different choices of weapon
Yep.
category, and every mechanic is hugely different.
Yeah, which I really like that. So you can
Yeah.
really master, become good at something, not because of the stats, but because of the.
Yeah.
But the sword and shield I love because you can actually you get the sword and it slots into the shield, and then they use the shield as the weapon, and it just looks incredible. It looks incredible. Like, and watching it's like like sheathing your sword into your shield. And then the little bit pokes out the end, and you go stabby, stabby. It's fantastic.
It's really good.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen this, and I'm like, in August when this comes out on PC, that's what I'm doing. I don't care how hard it is. I'm doing that. Looks amazing.
Yeah. So I've mostly been playing with.
I'm thinking of the practical application of that, and that wouldn't work.
Mate, it's not laughing, all right? It's a game.
Wow, we're back on the line. Yep.
I've been playing with the light bow gun, so that is kind of like a missile launcher, so slightly faster, and then it's got another mechanic with it where whenever the monster is downed or where you're expecting them to charge the ground or you're going to lure them toward you, you can plant mines. Mm-hmm. So then they all run into the mines, and you can trigger them by shooting them, or people can hit them with swords and explode.
So you've said you're playing with some friends. Is everyone do they have their own?
Yeah.
Everyone's got their weapons that they're using and becoming proficient in that.
Yeah.
And does that lead to a situation where, like an MMO situation, where you've got the healer, the tank, and
absolutely.
DPS type roles?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Seven hunters.
You've got like your close.
Or that don't know how to control their fucking pet. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. So you've got your close combat like weapons, you've got your ranged weapons, and then you've got support style of stuff as well. So there's a bit of something for everybody. And most people, once they reach past kind of level 30, they've probably spec'd into one or two weapons. So they've got a bit of diversity. If they're going out with a group, they can mix and match.
Is it MMO like? Is it big enough? Like, are you? I know it's only been out for not even a month yet.
2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. Not a huge amount of time. Is this a game? Is this the kind of game that, well, this is what I'm playing this year? I'm done. Or can you go? I can see that this is going to need some more something.
So the story mode, I see probably capping around 30 hours or so, but there's a lot of replayability, and for me, a lot of like the being able to play with other people. You choose what server you go into, and they're capped at 16 people, so you can go and play with randos. You just post a quest up, and anybody can join it, and then you depart.
So to that server?
Yeah, in that server.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you post up the quest
in the server.
In that server. So you're already on there. So as soon as you start. So does that mean like at character creation you're choosing a server?
No.
Or each time you play, you choose the server that you want to go to?
Which is really good because you can play with different people. They've also got squads, so you can add your friends to a squad and have your own server, which makes life really easy. And every time you play, you can create your own.
I feel like I kind of feel, is this kind of what we want from a Destiny type game?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, like is this what? It's not an MMO. It's not you don't have to join a guild. There is that, but it is that online progression. You can do it with a set group. Have they done Destiny better than Destiny? Obviously, with swords that slot into shields rather than crappy guns. But not crappy guns, because Destiny has amazing guns. But is it?
I think that this has the complexity of MMOs as far as, weapon variants and upgrading your armor, and there's just an amazing amount of mini tasks to do in between
Yeah.
each quest. So researching will allow you to get to know the dinosaurs better, and you can like cultivate different herbs and stuff, and then combine them to get different poisons and traps and better potions.
If you
and
combine
like,
a red herb
August
and a
until-
green herb, does it like make a
a mega potion. Yeah, it's similar. It's
I feel
similar
like-
mechanic.
I feel like from when this comes out in August until Red Dead Redemption 2, pretty sorted. I reckon
Yeah,
I'm-
you can kind of go headlong into this. Like, as I said, one of my friends that's played it, I reckon he's played at least 70 hours.
Who's the publisher? Is it Capcom?
Yes, sorry, it is Capcom. Yeah, so
We know a guy in Capcom. That's good.
yeah, do.
I get a few copies.
And my favourite part of the game is you have this cat thing called a palico that runs around with you and helps you out, and will like you can choose whether it's more attacking or whether it's giving you healing items
Hunter
during
pet.
the
You got a
yeah
hunter
the
pet.
hunter pet.
Lost all interest.
Oh, it
Just
does.
like
It doesn't. Why? What's wrong with
No,
hunter
I'm
pets?
kidding. Memories, that's why.
No, they don't interfere, and you don't have to worry about healing.
They
them
don't run
or
off
looking
and
after
like
them.
bring every mob in the entire
No,
dungeon back.
no.
Not that I ever did that on my hunter. I was,
target the boss, send pet?
Yeah.
feign death, come back 5 minutes later, get loot.
Yeah.
No, I need that, mate.
For me, the other really good thing about this game, it is really mechanically skill driven. So even for me at a lower level, if I place a trap at the right time or if I put my mines in the right spot, I'm really contributing to the team regardless of if I'm at a lower level or
Yeah,
not.
right.
So while I do feel like I'm maybe not, my friend's doing 60 damage and I'm doing 40 damage, doing it at the right time or on the right spot or triggering that environmental thing has just as much contribution. So I highly recommend it to everybody so far. I mean, I'll have to keep you guys posted on the next episode depending on how much more I play,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I've only about 20 hours in. So
Only.
Like I said, I'm
that's a
super
lot.
keen for this game.
I'm super keen for it as
I'll be
well.
waiting
Yeah.
for PC.
Yeah, same. And I will be getting it on PC on release for sure. I'm super psyched about it. And seeing all the chatter about it. Speaking of chatter, and to segue just a little bit, has anyone seen the chatter about Sea of Thieves, which I mentioned
yeah,
before?
one of my friends is absolutely mad on it.
I have not
Mad.
seen anyone who has played in the alpha or the beta not fucking love this game. Like, madly. Like, it's incredibly good.
Yeah, it sounds really good, and my friend is nuts on games that don't have vertical progression because he wants to play multiplayer with any of his friends at any time they're available, jump on and play. And
You should play PUBG or Overwatch.
yeah, no, PUBG sucks because if you're not good, you die, and then you wait around for your friends.
Or get good.
Yeah.
Well, this is the discussion. Yeah, Overwatch is a good example.
Yeah. And you're right, because
Yeah.
PUBG games can go quite long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Particularly if you're like in a group of 4 and you die early and the other 3 are really good, like they're going to be top 5. It's
You'd
you
be
know
their
what they're like when you've
cheerleader.
been waiting around a lot.
I am very much more aggressive in PUBG than my mates, and I'm often the person who dies first.
Look, you're saving their lives in advance by showing them where the enemies are.
Oh, I am
Yeah.
good at flushing out enemies. It's a very, very strong strategic thing that I bring to the group.
Yeah, nice. I like it. So what I did want to mention about Sea of Thieves, in particular, which is this is something I am not into, generally speaking, but JB Hi-Fi have the most incredibly awesome looking console controller I've ever seen in my life for it.
Yeah.
They have it's got with the, I don't know if you know what the Xbox controller looks like, where it's got, the PlayStation's got the little PS symbol on it.
Yep.
So the Xbox has got the X in it. It's like a big skull and it's like spray painted and it's all. I'm like, I'm going to buy $150 bundle, so it's the game and the controller. I'm going to sell the bloody game on eBay just because I want the controller.
You know what? Like, isn't a controller like $70 anyway?
Yeah,
Like,
$70 or $80.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's a really good deal, to be honest with you. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. So
Yeah, if you're going to buy the game and the controller.
you would think that that's the way to go. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm reluctant to start the Civilization conversation
Yeah, no.
with
I've got,
this much beer to go.
I did want to talk about one other thing I've been doing.
Good. Laughing.
Not well. I mean, yeah, but no, not this point in the conversation. I have been playing a bit of board games,
Yeah.
and I wanted to, I guess, just quickly talk about a game that I am absolutely loving at the moment, called Unfair.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game I saw at PAX for the first time. Apparently it's been out for a little bit. Was a game, possibly even still is a game that you can literally download the entirety for free in PDF form, print off, and if you want to do that. It's a card-based game. But it's just a great fun fair theme park themed board game where you're building.
I am like 90% sure
Yeah,
you
you
talked
spoke
about
about
this
this last
last
week.
show.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have been playing a couple of games of it, and I am super psyched about how much fun this game is to play.
Because you're so good at it and you win a lot, or
I haven't won a game yet.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So I went around to my mate's place on the weekend and played a couple of games. We played one game before dinner, and we were about halfway through the first game when one of the guys said, "We have to finish this and start another game because I've already made mistakes that I can't recover from, and we need to have another round of it."
Yep.
So, absolutely loving it. Great fun, very very enjoyable game, and apparently they've announced the expansion for it already.
Nice.
So the way the game works is however many players you've got, up to 5, you pick a theme
Yeah.
per player.
Yep, I remember you saying that.
And basically the expansion is
More
they've
themes.
just got more themes.
Yep.
So it just
So when
gives
you say
greater
you can
variety.
download it, if you were to buy it, is it just like, is it a card game? Like, or is there a board that you get if you buy it?
There is
or?
a small board that you get when you buy it, and obviously the cards that you get when you buy it are all printed, and so it's
It's
heaps
nice.
better than slips of paper, which are shit. But
Is it an Aussie game? Just that you said you played it at PAX makes me think that maybe it's an Aussie game.
don't believe so. No, I played it. When I say I played it at PAX, I mean I played it in the board game hall.
Oh,
where
so
there is
not as a
literally-
display.
No,
yeah,
no,
so
no.
Yeah.
So yeah, played it as a game from the board game hall,
Yeah.
not as a demonstration or anything. But having a lot of fun with it at the moment.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice.
Very cool.
I'm always on the lookout for more games. So what's the minimum player? 2?
2 players is
Yep.
minimum, and maximum is 5, which is a bit frustrating because a lot of the time we play with like 3 couples.
Yep.
So you either want 2 couples and it's a 4-player game, or 3 couples and it's a 6-player game, and I reckon probably half to 3/4 of the games that I own are 5-player games.
It's a popular number, isn't it, with board games? I don't quite understand why.
Is it still the nuclear family thing?
Maybe it is. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a bit of an old throwback now.
I assumed it was because it's easy to balance to a certain point or something, but I don't.
Possibly. It's definitely Euro games that feel like they're like a 5-player optimum. I don't know, maybe it's just that when you're... All of these games are suitable for 4, but will allow a 5th.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a bit different, because then you can at least play with one other couple. And so on the weekend, so it was 2 couples that we were hanging out with, and one of them wasn't able to make it, so we had 5.
Huzzah!
Perfect.
Who's not making it next week?
Yeah. Someone needs to be unwell.
Who's looking after the kids while we all play, and you can just...
Yeah, that's a great job.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's done. Let's finish this beer. We'll have a break. We will come back and we will talk about coding like a girl.
Code like a girl.
Code like a girl. And civilization, I suppose.
Oh, yes.
All right, we'll be back.